Yeah. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I told y'all I was coming back. And I'm coming back with something that's real fun. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about my top 10 greatest quarterbacks from 10 to 1. Now, if I miss somebody on here, man, let me know who should have been on this list. But this is my list. Number 10. I'm going to start off with somebody that really gave me, just as well as my boy, some hard times. The New York Giants, Eli Manning. Eli Manning is the only guy that has beaten Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. Eli Manning spoiled the 18-1 New England Patriots back in 2007. Then turned around 4 years later and won another Super Bowl off of Tom Brady. Eli Manning was a go-getter, man. Like later on in his career, he started falling off a little bit. But when he had it, he had it. The thing that he had, he was just like Peyton Manning, similar to Peyton Manning. He had grit, determination, and he had so much determination, he beat my boy twice. Gonna always be the Giants franchise quarterback of all time. He's gonna be the greatest Giants quarterback of all time. No disrespect to Phil Simms, but I think that he's going to be one of the greatest quarterbacks, the greatest quarterback in the Giants history. I'm going through these fast. Number 9 is Russell Wilson. He's now with the Denver Nuggets, been with the Denver Broncos for the last 2 seasons. When he was in Seattle, he was able to win the Super Bowl by defeating the great Hall of Fame Peyton Manning. And then turned around and lost to Tom Brady, which I think, me being personally honest with you, I thought that they were going to win that Super Bowl that year that they played the Patriots. The Seahawks played the Patriots because all they had to do was run the ball in with Marshawn Lynch, but instead they threw the ball, and Malcolm Butler caught it off an interception and won the game for the Patriots. But Russell Wilson is a phenomenal quarterback when he is not being, rushed or whatever, because he gets hurried a lot in the game. He has a beautiful wife, a beautiful family. Shout out to his family, to his wife Sierra and his family. And I think she's about to have another child for him. So congratulations on him being a father again. But like I said before, Russell Wilson, this is your season to prove to everybody, along with Sean Payton as your coach, that you can get the Denver Broncos to a Super Bowl push. Get it. Get it done this year. And another reason why I put him on this list, because he's the second, listen to me closely, the second black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Guess who number 1 is? That's right, number 8, Doug Williams. The Washington Redskins, now the Commanders, were 1987. If I'm not mistaken, he beat the great John Elway to become a Super Bowl champion. Doug Williams, the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Historical. Very historical. Doug Williams comes from Grambling State in Louisiana. Shout out to Louisiana and shout out to the Point Place players. But Doug Williams done it. And you can never take that away from him. And that's why he's on my list. Number 8, Doug Williams. Number 7, Terry Bradshaw. 4 Super Bowls with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers and the Patriots are tied for championships. 6. Honorable mention goes to Ben Roethlisberger. Big Ben. Big Ben did his thing in the NFL. But he didn't make this list right here. And if somebody wants me to put him on the list, just leave a comment. But Big Ben learned from the pattern of the Steel Nation because of Terry Bradshaw. 4 Super Bowl rings for Terry Bradshaw. Pittsburgh Steelers. Now you see him on Fox Sports, calling the football games and analyzing and things like that there. So shout out to Terry Bradshaw. And I think he's a Louisianan, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's from Louisiana or somewhere around here, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but if he is, shout out to Louisiana. If not, shout out to Terry Bradshaw. Number 6, Peyton Manning. 2 Super Bowls with two different teams. Like I told you a couple of days ago, I didn't like Peyton Manning because they always tried to have him compare him to Tom Brady. But Tom Brady has 5 to 6 to 7 Super Bowls, and Peyton Manning, only has 2. But he had 4 shots at it. 4 shots at it. Another honorable mention, and I hate that I had to leave him off the list, Drew Brees. Drew Brees brought the Saints their only Super Bowl. Him and Sean Payton. I would never in a million years do that to Drew Brees. But this list is so incomparable to where I had to leave somebody off. But if you got a question about Drew Brees being on a list, let me know. But Peyton Manning won 2 Super Bowls, one with Denver and one with Indianapolis. I think the one in Denver was sweeter than the one he got in Indy because he had just came back from the Colts had got rid of him because of his neck injury. He went to Denver and got the job done. And everybody's pairing Aaron Rodgers to Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. We'll have to see. Also, Aaron Rodgers is a honorable mention. 1 Super Bowl, Green Bay Packers. He's now in the Jet land. The Jets are expected to get to the Super Bowl this year. It's going to be a tough task because he's going to have to put down a lot of quarterbacks to do it. He's going to have to put down either he's going to have to go up against Mahomes. He's going to have to beat Burrow. He's going to have to beat Lamar Jackson. He's going to have to beat Mac Jones. He's going to have to beat Josh Allen. He's going to have to beat Tua. He's going to have to beat a lot of guys, a lot of quarterbacks to get to the Super Bowl. But Peyton Manning is number 6. Number 5 is John Elway. John Elway won 2 championships, back-to-back Super Bowl champions. And after he won the one against Atlanta in '99, he called it quits. John Elway retired on top. After all those times he got there and couldn't get the job done, he finally got it done later on in his career. He got it. John Elway, a part of the Denver Broncos still. I thought John Elway was a great quarterback. But he just couldn't get them there at first until later on in his career. Shannon Sharpe was on the team that helped John Elway get 2 Super Bowl rings. Shout out to Shannon Sharpe. But John Elway is number 5. Number 4, Steve Young. 3 Super Bowl titles. Was the backup quarterback to Joe Montana. The backup quarterback to the great Joe Montana. He goes in there when Joe Montana leaves San Francisco and goes play for Kansas City. And Steve Young get the job done. Three Super Bowls. And he was able to win on his own. Steve Young, Hall of Famer, deserves it. He deserves to be on this list, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Young is number 4. Number 3. And you guys are going to be like, really? Why is he number 3? Man, he's number 3 on the list, ladies and gentlemen. He is number 3. The Dallas Cowboys, Troy Aikman. Honorable mention is Patrick Mahomes because he's got 2, and I still think that he has a chance to win at least 3 or 4 more rings. I think he'd probably get at least 3 more. But Troy Aikman has 3 championships with the Cowboys. This is the last time that the Cowboys have sniffed the Super Bowl. It's when Troy Aikman was their quarterback. You can catch Troy Aikman doing color commentator now on Amazon Prime. Troy's got it. Troy has it. I have nothing ill to say about Troy Aikman. He deserves to be on this list. Number 2. One of my favorite quarterbacks of all time, Joe Montana. Smoking Joe Montana. Joe Montana has 4 Super Bowls. Growing up, I would watch Joe Montana for the 49ers. And I would like the way he just throw the ball. The way he threw the ball to Jerry Rice. The way he threw the ball to Craig to win a Super Bowl. Roger Craig. Shout out to Roger Craig. Shout out to Jerry Rice. Joe Montana is one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game of football. And I don't care what anybody tells you, Joe Montana deserves to be on this list as one of the greatest quarterbacks from my eyes I've seen. Goes to number 1. And this is, everybody know who number 1 is. Duh. The greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady. 7 Super Bowl rings. 10-time Super Bowl appearance. He lost twice to Eli Manning and won to Nick Foles. What can you say about Tom Brady? Tom Brady has the all-time, I think he's the all-time passing quarterback of all time. I think he beat out Drew Brees because Drew Brees had that record. Tom Brady is not going to be touched unless Patrick Mahomes break the shell. Because that's the only guy I can see winning 5 Super Bowls to catch Tom Brady, and that's Patrick Mahomes. It's not nobody else. But this man, Tom Brady, surefire Hall of Famer, part of the Oakland franchise now, supposed to be getting paid $300 million for calling games for Fox, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Thomas Jefferson Brady. I think he's a junior too, I think. But that's my favorite quarterback. And I do tell you this, and I will say this again. If Tom Brady would have not had Father Time on his back, he would have won at least 2 more Super Bowls. And besides, he was going through his ordeal with Giselle as well, his ex-wife. So Tom Brady's great. Tom Brady will be the greatest quarterback of all time. He is number 1 on my list. Ladies and gentlemen, I just speed through the list. But if there's a quarterback that should have been on this list, let me know. Leave them in the comments. That's part 2 of the pod for the day. I'm Mike D. Peace out.